Hi guys, Little Lady here again. Right, so I've just finished work, so it's going to be a nice, easy midweek tea for me and Ian. So I'm just going to make my version of a spaghetti bolognese. So I'll bring you down and let's have a look at the bits that we've got. Right, so we had 2 lots of Wagyu beef, so I had one in the freezer, that's why it looks like it's a little bit funny, but it's perfectly fine. I've got a carrot, I have an onion, I have some mushrooms that do need using up, I have some passata, some peeled plum tomatoes, some tomato puree, I have a little bit of red wine, just a little bottle that I had left over, a clove of garlic, and I've had this in the freezer. It is just drained off the last parmesan that we had, or the one before. I've normally got a few in there, and I put that in just for seasoning as well. So come across and then we'll get started. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fry off some mushrooms. Now, mushrooms are primarily water, so if you just pung them in without them being fried first, all you get is the water coming out of it. I like to give these a good hard fry, get some flavour in them, because what you'll find is a lot of the water will come out once it starts to warm up. Then once all the water's out and that evaporates, they'll start to fry and you'll get some lovely, lovely flavour on that. So all I'm going to do with that is to add some salt and some pepper and let them go. Right, so what I've done is, while I've been doing the mushrooms, I've just diced the onion, the carrot, and peeled my clove of garlic, so that's all ready to put to one side. As you can see, the difference in the mushrooms now. Some lovely colour on them, so I'm just going to put them into a bowl. Oh, I'll get rid of those too. I'm just going to bring it over and show you what I'm going to do with the mince. Right, so as my pan is still really lovely and warm, I'm just going to put my mince in there. I'll just break it up as it goes in. And I think I've said before, because mince is like a cheaper cut of meat, it does need cooking for longer, but I do like to get some crisp on it before it goes in. Again, just a little bit more flavour on there. It's a bit like if you brown meat before you're doing a stew or anything like that. That's what I like to do. Put all that in there. Right, so I'm just going to continue browning this meat and then we'll come back. Right, so while that's browning off in there, I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in there. Just going to start browning off my onions, just let them sweat down a little bit. And the carrots, just put them in together, don't have to do these separately. And I'll crush the garlic later on. I don't want it in too soon because it'll just burn. And let that slowly go. You put a little bit of salt in this as well. It does actually draw out a bit of the moisture coming out of the carrots and the onions, and it just helps them sweat off a bit better. Right, so I'm just going to, if you can see, starting to get some lovely colour on that now. Just going to keep that going a little bit longer so it's nicely browned. Like I say, if you were doing a pie or a beef stew or anything like that, you'd brown your meat off for the extra flavour. That's all I'm doing with this mince here. And any residue in the bottom of there, don't worry, that will be getting used as well. So I'm just going to continue with these and then we'll come back. Right, so the onions and that are all very soft and everything now. So I'm just going to put my clove of garlic in. This is the way I normally have Ian to help us. Put my mushrooms in there. And then the lovely browned mince goes in. You can hear it's still sizzling. That's exactly what you want. All that flavour that's gone in there. Now what's left in here, what we're going to do is I'm going to put in the red wine and let that deglaze this. I say the wine's optional. If you didn't want to put wine in, you could just do that with a bit of water, a bit of stock, anything that you wanted. So I'm just going to let that bubble. And in the meantime, in here, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of tomato puree. Now I do like to cook out the tomato puree a little bit because it is concentrated. I've seen recipes where you put milk in and all sorts. I've never actually tried that one yet, so if any of you guys do that, let us know. Right, just let that fry off just for a few minutes. That would be a lovely pie filling just there. Right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add my tin of tomatoes. My tub of passata. Don't worry, as soon as it starts getting warm, like I said in the past, them big plum tomatoes will be much easier to crush down. And then, make sure I've got all of the goody bits off, all in that wine. And just pour that in. Now again, because this is mince, it is a cut of meat that does need a bit of cooking. So I normally cook this for about an hour, even an hour and a half, just until I get it to the consistency that I like it. Right, so that's just about everything in. A little bit salt and pepper at this stage. Don't forget, we can always re-season it towards the end. I mean, I don't suppose this is authentic in any way, shape or form, but this is the way that I do it, and this is the way that we like it. See, them tomatoes are already starting to break down. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put that, bring that up to the boil, and the one last thing to go in is the Parmesan rind. Just put that in there. And that just gives off a lovely flavour in there as well. Right, so once it comes up to a nice simmer, I am going to turn it down and just let it blip away for about an hour with the lid on, and then we'll check the consistency, and then if we need to reduce it at all, then I'll take the lid off for about 10-15 minutes. But as you can see, it's coming up to the boil there now. Get the lid. Wrong lid. Put that on and we'll see you shortly. Hey guys, so this has had about an hour with the lid on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the lid off and just let it reduce a little bit further. You can see how lovely that looks now. So about another 15 minutes and then I'll do some pasta and then we'll have it all nicely on a plate. Right, so what I'm going to do is I've got some grated parmesan here. It was just the last of what I had on the other. The rind is now in the fridge. Got the grill on. I'll grate some more to go over the bolognese once it's done. But for now, I'm just going to do a few little parmesan crisps, just grated parmesan, and this will go underneath the grill. Just like that. And then I'll get the pasta on. Ian's home, he's just jumped in the shower, so what I'll do is I'll get these underneath there, I'll get the pasta on, and then it's time to eat. Right, so I've got some boiling water on there. Just going to salt the water for the pasta. Just move that about. There we go. Get some of this lovely bucatini that we got from Aldi's. I'm just eyeballing it. Dropped a bit. Just eyeballing it today. I'm not going to measure anything out. If there's leftovers, there's leftovers. There's not a problem with that. So just get that in there. And just let that wilt down. And we're probably about 10 minutes away from food, which, to be perfectly honest, I can't wait for. Right, so pasta's done. I'm just going to drain it off. I always get two sticky bits. There we go. I'm going to put that back on the heat, because what I'm going to do now is put the pasta into there, let that drain off a little bit, and if I bring you round, in fact I'll turn that off and I'll leave that one on. So what I'm going to do is there's the bolognese sauce, and I'm going to put the bolognese to the pasta. And I'm going to get a spoon and one of them, and I'm just going to mix it all together. There we go. I don't know why I wear white when I do stuff like this, because I'm always terrified in case I splash myself. Maybe a little bit more sauce. Don't worry, because this sauce will keep for a couple of days. You can do all sorts with it. Turn it into a chilli. We'll get some stotties and we'll do pizzas or whatever it is, like on a baked potato. Dead easy. So that's that. I've also done some parmesan crisps. The back of the grill was obviously heated more than the front of the grill, but that's just literally parmesan under the grill and it goes into parmesan crisps. So we will have those. So I'm just going to turn you around and we will get some in a bowl. Get the spoon. Get that in there. And just because we can, get rid of that. A little bit of bolognese just on the top, like that. Oh, and if you're wondering what happened to the end of the bolognese. Where is it? The rind, sorry. It's in here. Just going to get that out. Where's my tongs? And there you go. That's what's left of it. All of the rest of that is gone into the bolognese sauce itself. Seasoned it. We will check it. Well, I have put some more salt and pepper in, but get rid of that now, or if you want to, you can actually chomp on it. But that's completely up to you. So, oh, dropped it in there. Just going to move that to one side. So there we go. Move everything across a little bit. Some parmesan on the top. Because you have to. Should be low. Mind you, saying that, if you don't like parmesan, use cheddar. Use any cheese you like, and if you don't like cheese, yeah, just leave it off. And then we've got a couple of parmesan crisps each. Got one there. I'll give one of the more well done ones to Ian and one of the less ones done to Ian. Same as mine. There we go.
Give me the bird ones. Right, I've come prepared. I've got a white top on and all, so. Right, lovely. Took a nice shot of that, have we? Yes, lovely. Right, dig in. Spag balls. Oh, is that bucatini?
Yeah.
Spaghetti again, or bucatini pasta, sorry. Right, let's have a go. That's good. Look at it. Very, 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 very nice. Taste all the ingredients in there, the parmesan on the top. The pasta's just al dente as we like it. I'll tell you what, let me just try one of these crisps. Oh, may as well put it all in my mouth now. I love parmesan crisps. Lovely jubbly. That's very, very nice. Pasta's just nicely coated with the sauce, look. Really good. Banging. Absolutely banging. So, right, gonna sit down and finish that off.
Yeah.
Feeling a little bit brighter today, not as bad as I was yesterday. So, I will see you tomorrow. What am I doing tomorrow?
Young chow fried rice.
That was it. Like a pork fried rice. So, that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. So thanks for watching again. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for getting me up. I'm over 1,000 now. Much appreciated. Just keep it coming. Liking, commenting and subscribing. Doesn't cost anything, so we'll
yeah, that goes for the both of us guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. If you think this one's boring, it's just a midweek meal, then fair enough. But, you know, if you enjoyed it, then enjoyed it. Just give us a quick like.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much and we'll see you later.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye for now.